Okay, now that we've talked a little bit about scales and intervals and things like that, I want to take a minute to discuss why chords are the way they are, right? Because you'll see things like an A major, and you know that an A major can also be played here. Well, what's going on with these chords, and why is it that you can take a shape like this, for example, and throw it anywhere, and it sounds good? The reason why is because with any of these chord shapes, the intervals, or spaces between each note in the chord, so like, those are staying constant. Now, for really basic major and minor chords, what you have in the chord is a root, a major or minor third, and that's the important one, right? So root, major or minor third, a perfect fifth, and that's pretty much it. So even though that's only three things, and you have like 6 notes happening right here, they're all just different variations of those three things. So let's look at a G major chord. What we have is a G on the bottom, 3rd fret on the E string. Next note we have is a B, which is 2nd fret on the A string. So, again, that's basically a major third. If you were to play a G major scale, you've landed on the 3rd. Next note, it's a D. That's a perfect fifth in a G major scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so already we have the root, the 3rd, and the 5th. Next note in the chord is a G, right? So that's just an octave above our root. So you have another root, and then I like to play G major like this, where I have my ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and that gives you a D, which we already know from our open D string. That's a perfect fifth in the G major scale. You could also leave that string open, which would give you another B, which is the major third. Finally, we have our pinky on the high E string. That's another G. So in other words, we've got 3 Gs, we've got 2 Ds, and we've got a B. Okay, so again, it's just the root, 3rd, and 5th. Even if you do your G major as a bar chord like this, same thing. You've got a root, a 5th, an octave, a major 3rd, another 5th, and an octave. Okay, now, you remember just a couple seconds ago, I said that the 3rd is the important note. That's what's going to determine if your chord is major or minor. So, in this particular instance, I've got a root, that's fine. I've got a 5th, that's fine. I've got another root, that's fine. Now we get to the major 3rd. If I want to make it minor, all I do is take that major 3rd and I bump it down a fret. And now I've got a minor 3rd. So in this case, I'm going from 4th fret to 3rd fret. To do that, I'm just going to take that finger off. So in case you can't tell, I am pressing 3rd fret. I'm using my index finger as a bar. So I've got root, 5th, root, minor 3rd, 5th, and octave. All of a sudden, the major chord is a minor chord. Pretty sweet. And the same rule applies to every chord that you're converting from major or minor. So that's why with these chord shapes, you can put them anywhere. The intervals are always going to be the same, and you're basically good to go.